we're going to show a face of a man working difficultly. There he is.
So what did you do on a Tuesday night? Oh, I just sat in the road and took a drive shaft out of a T4.
Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video. As you've seen in the last one, we're getting quite a lot done on Tom's. We managed to get that rear caliper done and the limiting straps. That's done. And now Tom has taken this thing for a bit of a drive and he says it runs a lot better.
It drives better than it did.
So at least that's a few things. And today we're getting that bottom ball joint done and the CV boot. I've only got a couple of hours because I've got another car to work on. But we have got, I sent Tom off yesterday, go pick up that bottom ball joint. So that's going in. And then the only other thing that's left to do is get the welding done, which I'm not sure if I actually showed you, but it's not actually that bad. There you go, you could just about see it there. Just a little rust hole there. Should be able to plate that quite easily, and then that'll be done, and then this thing should go through its MOT. We're going to get this thing jacked up, get this little bit done here, and be one step closer to getting this thing passed for its MOT. So let's get this jacked up. Just like that, the wheel is off, as if by magic. Now we need to reconnect that CV up in there, because as you can see it's not connected, and that ball joint because it's blown out. So first things first, undo these bolts. Got that nice big one at the bottom, get that out, get the top ones out, and then smash it apart. And then once it's out of the way, probably have a bit more room to get in there. Should just be able to put a zip tie on that, I reckon. I hope. So let's get this lot apart. Someone else always finds out it's quite useful to do. Take that bolt out of the bottom of the shock. Makes your life a bit easier. As you can see, that can be quite stubborn. But that's off. And then that's off. Definitely get a big old hammer and go mad. That's now stuck in there. Oh well, it's out. Now this bad boy goes back in, a nice new shiny one. Now I don't know how well you can see that, but you can see there's essentially an up and a down. And when you look at it, you will see at the bottom, oh that's upside down, it will only go on one way. Finger tight the bolts. There we go. Right, up and underneath here, that is the CV boot that we need to reconnect. Well, I just thought, oh, that's going to be an easy little job, just reconnect it. No, the end of the drive shaft snapped off. Probably can't even see in there, but there's supposed to be like a little ridge. If I can show you where my finger is, it's supposed to be like a ridge there where the CV boot connects, and it's snapped off. It's actually inside of there. And when you rattle, I probably can't do this with one hand, but the drive shaft has got a nice little rattle to it, so his drive shaft's gone. So we need to source a new drive shaft. That's not too bad. There's 6 bolts there. Yeah, connects through there, and then that's the drive shaft. So we're going to have to source a new drive shaft from somewhere, because that's not getting fixed easily. That's not an issue. I might even have a spare one in the shed. But that's all we're going to be able to do with this for now. I need to go clean up, definitely. But you'll see this probably later on today or tomorrow, where I pick it back up and try and fandangle something to get this lot to work. So see you when I pick the camera back up.
Go away.
And welcome back to, as you can see, a lot later on in the day. I went off and did that other car and got absolutely covered in oil and life. And we've come back, we've welded up that side sill. We didn't really get a chance to film any of it. I did try and pull the camera out, As you can probably tell, it's quite a busy road this is, and trying to weld with traffic going past and everything, it was just a bit of a pain trying to film and weld. So yeah, that's got done. Now time to get the drive shaft done. Now I have sourced another drive shaft. This is actually my old one. If you remember the video of me replacing my drive shaft, that is that drive shaft. We're going to get that put in, so obviously we're going to need to jack it up, and hopefully this will be quite an easy little job. And then everything on his MOT fail sheet has officially been done, finally, and that can go for a retest, and then it's my turn to get my van done. Again, for the second time today, let's get this wheel off. And there's that done. So all we need to do now is undo this bolt here, which is a 27, and then there is, you probably aren't going to be able to see this too well. Right, Tom has actually given me a bunch of lights, so you guys should see this a bit better now. But just up there, there you go, you can just about see up there, there's all those bolts. There's 6 that go around the end of the drive shaft. That goes into the gearbox. You've got this one on the end here, which is a 27mm, and then hopefully I can jimmy that out there without having to undo too much.
Put a foot on the brake. I'm so confused.
Right, now put your foot on the brake.
So what did you do on a Tuesday night? Oh, I just sat in the road and took a drive shaft out of a T4. You? Oh, it was a nice warm house watching telly.
In case you're wondering what that little bit was, is I've got Tom inside the van. He's in using the brake to hold all of this lot together, and then I'm undoing it through the top here. As you can see, I've got a few extensions onto the bolt, and there you go, there's that bolt all off.
Do whatever magic we need to do.
Now somehow we need to get this to get out of here. Oh, you know what we're going to do first? Well, unfortunately I haven't had a chance to show you guys too much because of the absolute joke that we had, but the drive shaft is now completely out, and this is said drive shaft. This is the problem we had, is it is snapped up here, so the other half of it is in there, but this is a replacement. We just need to get this back in there. And the way that we did do it, in case your camera didn't show it very well, undone that bottom ball joint to give us a bit of tilt on this knuckle, arm, whatever you want to call it, so that we can move this enough to get the splines out the back, which are, hopefully you can see in there. And then we managed to just fish it out through here. I'm really sorry I couldn't show you too well, but we're trying our best. And as you can see, it's a bit dark, so I'll try and pop you somewhere so you can try and see it going back in, hopefully. Wish us luck. Yeah, this is probably the hardest bit, trying to line up the holes for the... What we've done is those bolts, I don't know if you can get in and see them, those bolts right at the very back up there.
Yep, see the other one.
There, we had 6 of them that we had to put in. They're all nice and tight. This one at the end, that one's all in, just needs to be tightened up. We've got to tighten that bolt up, ball joint's already done, and then we've got to put that last bolt in that holds all this together. And then that drive shaft done. This took way longer than I thought it was going to. Well, I'm really sorry that that wasn't very viewable. We were just obviously trying to get it done because, as you can see, it's got quite dark. I mean, it's what, 8:30?
Yeah.
Ish. So it's not stupid late, but obviously we don't want to be banging and crashing about. And we just wanted to get this done, but now this is completely done. It's ready for its MOT. Tom will take this for its MOT, and when we get the result of the pass, I don't see why it wouldn't be, we'll post it at the end of this video. But for now, I'm going to go get a shower, get clean, and get ready for working on more vehicles tomorrow. So When this thing gets its pass, we'll finish off the video, but for now, that is this thing completely done. And I don't think there's anything else for the MOT, is there?
Nope.
So yeah, we're gonna get ourselves gone. I'm gonna get myself clean. Next time you see me, this thing will have a pass ticket on it. So, see you in a bit.